Hi, welcome to GAMEpoch, the show where I play through the history of video games in the order of their release, starting with Super Mario Bros. On the Nintendo, and right now I am playing The Legend of Zelda on the Nintendo, and I am in the middle of stage, level 3, the dungeon. So, here we go. I have spent most of the money I'm going to need to spend in this game, however, there are definitely still uses for rupees, aside from using them as arrows, because there are bomb upgrades that you actually can purchase in 2 of the later stages. Each one of them only gives you like an extra 4 in your total that you can hold, which is like, really? But it's super helpful, because you get to the point where you need a lot of bombs because there's lots of dodongos or walls that you need to break. I've actually gotten stuck really badly in this game because I ran out of bombs where I needed them. Especially the last stage. I got stuck in a loop because I wound up in a place where there's only one directional door, but you have to get through an area with a bomb in order to get there and to the rest of the dungeon, and I ran out of bombs, and none of the monsters drop bombs, and I circled around for like a half hour before I finally just let myself die and start the stage over. That was awful. Did you get the sword from the old man on top of the waterfall? Why, yes I did. It's this one, see? Oh crap, I didn't mean to stab you in the face, I'm sorry. Alright, I'm getting way more keys than I need. That's one of the interesting things about this game, and I think it's the only game in the series that does this. You can get more keys than you need. And keys can carry over from dungeon to dungeon. None of the other games are like that. I think that was a fairly early gaming thing, because Dragon Warrior was like that too, where you could go buy a game. Oh my god. You could buy a key! And eventually you'd want to buy the magic key or whatever, the master key that would let you open any lock infinitely. And you'll actually get that in this game later on as an optional item if you find it, because finding it is treacherous just because that dungeon is hard. Alright, I'm gonna go over here. And there's the map! Alright, so I've got... Yeah, that's not a swastika, it's backwards. And besides, the swastika was based on, originally, some Buddhist symbol for, like, peace or tranquility or something like that. So, yeah, they completely ruined that, just like they... Anyway, not to get really downer on this, but anyway... So what's in here? Is this the boss stage? Oh! Hey, friend! Oh, that was fairly decent. Nice! 2 bombs, that was good. And I have already been in that room, so I'm good. It's interesting that the connection between rooms only shows up once you actually go through the door. It's kind of fun. Trying to read into how that map works. So there we go! I beat level 3. Not too much trouble. I mean, having all this extra equipment really makes a huge difference. Not knowing how to play this game and playing it, even today, is a major trial. It's a tough game. There's no way around it. It's hard. It doesn't give you a whole lot of help within the game to know what to do, even if you wander around a lot. If you draw, and you take notes, and... you know, do all that stuff where you really thoroughly explore and you don't lose your patience. It's still hard trying to really know where everything is. It's a tall order to get this game down without help. And, I mean, I've heavily relied on maps and walkthroughs and stuff to get to this point in the game. Since I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and buy a potion. What's the difference between the blue and the red? Buy medicine before you go. Thanks, old lady. The red turns basically into the blue after you use it once. And the blue lets you use it once. So blue lets you use it once, red lets you use it twice, and they both heal either several hearts or all your hearts. I can't remember which. But I'm going to go ahead and get the red so I can get 2 healings. It's cheaper per healing that way. Now which one's stage 4? Is that the one right here, or is that the one way up in the... I think it's the one right here. I'll just go ahead and do it. Yeah. I am still going to want to collect rupees. Now I have a raft, I can come here. Yeah, level 4. Okay, I remembered. Woohoo, this episode's a double level whammy. Whammy? Why'd I say it that way? A double level whammy. I swear I can speak. I don't know, I wonder sometimes. Oh, for crying out loud! There's a key. Can I bomb anything here? I don't know. I don't remember the layout of this stage either. Nope and nope. I may not have wanted to do that. I think this is a Dodongo heavy stage, if I remember right. I'm not gonna bomb over there. I probably should, but I'm not going to. These guys are interesting. You break them and they turn into a pair of red keys. So the boomerang is nice because it kills small guys in one hit, and it freezes most all other big guys. But it's not effective against everyone. Ah, here you'll get to see the candle in action. Use it, and you can't use it again in that room, in that screen. But it lights up the room if it's dark, so that's nice. Ah. So, this game made a huge impact because it really made a big deal out of the open world, non-linear, and permanent upgrade kind of gameplay. And this predates role-playing games, at least in, you know, the mainstream. Like, especially Dragon Warrior. Dragon Quest was the first major role-playing game that was hugely popular. At least, you know, even more so compared to, like, Ultima and some of those old ones. I've actually never played an Ultima, and I don't really feel like I'm missing out from what I've seen. The old ones look really horrendously bad. There are probably some older gamers that are shaking their fists at me, and you know what? Sorry, but not sorry. It looks terrible. And I've seen a couple of videos talking about what the games are like, and they just don't seem very fun to me. They probably would have been very interesting and quaint at the time, but, nah. I don't think I'd like them now. Granted, there's some of these old games, like Metroid and Zelda, that I don't know that I would have liked them to a degree if I was playing them now for the first time, but I definitely wouldn't be enjoying them as much if I didn't already know them so well and know how to get, you know, all the secrets and get through the stages, the dungeons and stuff like that, so I don't know. It's a mixed bag. These older games have their charms in some ways and major detriments in others. There's no two ways around that. But there's something to be said about the true sense of freedom and exploration and complete lack of hand-holding. Now, that hand-holding means that the game is going to be more accessible to gamers of lesser skill, which means they have a wider audience, which means they have more potential people buying their games. From a business standpoint, a profit-driven standpoint, that makes sense. I understand why they would do it. They want the game to be as accessible as possible. The problem is when the hand-holding is so strong that it's a major turn-off to better gamers, or to people who've already played it and know what they're doing. That's a problem. And that's a problem that all of the later Zeldas, starting with Ocarina, suffer from. They assume that you're a dummy that really needs your handheld, even if you've played the game hundreds of times. Navi will just interrupt the gameplay flow and go through a bunch of non-skippable text of crap you already know, and it's freaking aggravating. And it's like, oh, come on, stop. That is why she gets so much hate, is because you can't skip that crap. And her character, unfortunately, doesn't really offer anything valuable beyond being a pest. Which is why Midna is so great. And why Fi was such a disappointment. It's because that is the stepladder which lets you cross a single line of river, or water. Which is actually really nice in this game. So, now we're gonna get to run through some of these rooms. I mean, the way that you design it so that if you get a new item, you don't know what it's doing, you accidentally move forward, oh hey, I can walk across the water now. But it looks like I can only go one space at a time. Still, that's awesome. And it is. I really like it as a gameplay feature. It was a clever use of being able to bar one tile at a time, and still, you know, letting you do cool stuff, so I like that. I gotta figure out where I'm going next, because I still haven't found the map. Ah, crap. This is probably a huge amount of water that I can't get around unless I come from the left. Yep. So yeah, you'll notice even with the step ladder I can't get over there. Now there's a glitch, and I've seen speedrunners use this where you can skip across. I don't know how they do it, I don't really care. I'm not a big fan of glitches, I'll be honest. I love speedrunning, I think it's amazing and fantastic, but I'm not a big fan of like crazy glitch gameplay that takes insane skill to pull off. Dust doesn't do that much for me. And I'm always slightly less impressed by gamers who use it to get ahead. Because it's like, well, I'm impressed that you can get the glitch in the first place, since it clearly takes a lot of skill just to pull that off at all. But I would much rather see you get through the game the way it's supposed to be played, skillfully and quickly. That means a lot more to me, for whatever reason, I'm not sure why. But speedrunning, for a lot of people, just kind of, it's about them taking control of the game and basically, you know, turning it into their... Whoa! Ah! Crap. What's going on here? Is this the final... This better not be the final boss. Because this... It can't be. There's no way. No, it's not. The thing is in the upper right corner. Walk into the waterfall. Thanks for that. I've already done that. Well, let's see what's in this room. I'm not sure. I'm lost. I'm so lost at this point. And I don't have any... Oh, I walked into my fire. I feel stupid. Man, I need a heart. I don't want to use my potion if I can help it. Come on. And I'm out of bombs, so I can't, like, go to other places. This sucks. Oh, crap. This is not good. Oh, fine. I'm just going to use my potion. Alright, well, that's a bummer. I'm going to go ahead and pause this episode here since I'm past my time, and then in the next episode, I'm going to get through the rest of Dungeon 4. So, thanks for checking into GAMEpoch. This is MystikDan signing out. Bye! I have a little head bobby thing. I don't know what's up with that.